Pile one. What do you need to know to move forward and gain a positive forward momentum in your life? The message that came through for you was quite clear. If you look at the picture of this Tower card, that's sort of what your energy is doing. I'm just seeing you and your energy going in every different direction, and all of this energy just like leaking out of you, and you sort of trying a little thing here, a little thing there, and almost being frazzled, definitely being unsure and unfocused. And the message for you is that you might feel like if you try a little bit of everything that you'll just see what works out. But what you're being asked to do now is to pick the direction that you want to move in and fully commit to it, and stop wasting your energy on so many different avenues and different possibilities. So with the Tower here, it looks like maybe something has gone wrong or fallen through in your life, or you just want something completely different and you aren't sure how to get there. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. That's a very happy card. So this is, if it's showing you that if your energy stops exploding off in all of these different directions and you select the thing that you want to really commit yourself to, you really can create whatever you want out of it. You really can make your own wish come true by focusing in a certain area. So what you're being asked to do is to sit and to fully contemplate and feel and think about what it is you truly want and what it is you want to create in your life. And this can always change later on, but it's telling you to pick one road, have a clear direction, know where you want to go, and then fully commit to taking the steps to get there. The next cards I got for you are King of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. Pentacles energy is earth energy. This is talking about slow, steady commitment and consistency. And if you embody those things, you can really build your own road to the life that you want. And these two cards together, King of Pentacles is a very powerful person, and Six of Pentacles is a powerful person giving someone else money. Like Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity and generosity. So these cards together could mean that you can appeal to someone in order to build your life. If there is some authority or institution or just an individual who can help you get to where you want to go, like if you want to do music and so you reach out to people in the music industry so they can help you, or you want to be an actress or something so you reach out to agents to get an agent. Could mean that you're at a point where when you decide what you truly want, you can sort of appeal to authority and get them to back you up and help you out. The next cards, these are the last cards I have, and this is about what could happen if you follow the advice. Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Two of Pentacles and Six of Swords both are talking about change. I feel like you're in a place now and just where you want to be is so completely different that this could be why you don't have the picture, because the life that you're in right now is probably so completely not what you're desiring. And it's really difficult to see all the way down the road when you're just in a completely different country. So if you embody this advice and you really commit to something and focus and are determined and dedicated, this is saying that is the key to your power. It is the key to shifting your life from one level to the next level. I always see Two of Pentacles as going from this disc up to this disc. It's leveling up in life. Six of Swords is about the same thing. It's about you are on one shore and you take a boat all the way to the other shore. You're in a completely different place. And with Queen of Cups here, this is an incredible energy, because in the beginning with the Tower, I saw you being very sort of disempowered and just frazzled and maybe lacking energy because it was just leaking out of you and not really knowing where to go. Queen of Cups is you coming into your power. And I feel like you have sort of a watery, like emotional, you have like a feminine power, whether or not you're a woman. And that's really difficult because the society that we're in, the world, really wants us to have like masculine power and like taking action and gaining, you know, physical things, getting money and accumulating more money. And I think that your power is in more of like a sensitive, emotional, intuitive realm. So that could be why you're struggling so much to do physical things like gaining money, moving to a new house or apartment. And this is saying you can be that power, you can be yourself, and just use the characteristics that you have and dedicate yourself to something real, and it will carry you through. Like I gave examples of artists earlier, so I don't know if that's something that you're interested in, but like if you want to be a musician, that's a very, like if you write music, create music, sing, that's sort of a feminine realm. It's very artsy, it's very intuitive. You can get very deep, emotional. You can say things that really resonate with a lot of people and that really help them. That's a feminine trait. And it's saying if you pair up with this King of Pentacles, or if you just put in dedication, you can do this feminine thing and get what you want out of it. Get the money that you want, get the ability to move to a place you want and live a life in a different way. But you have to pick something and commit to it fully and see where it leads you. Maybe you go down the road of it, you do it for a few months, and then something comes up and you want to switch paths. Like that's okay, but they're saying you're losing. I'm just seeing a picture of someone and energy is literally just leaking out of them because they aren't fully backing whatever it is they're choosing to do. So focus, commitment, and consistency, and you can get to where you want to go. Good luck. Pile 2. What do you need to know, or what advice do you need so that you can move forward in a positive way and gain positive forward momentum in your life? First cards you got are Knight of Wands and Six of Swords. The message that I have for you is that you are living too much out of your brain and out of logic, and your advice is to follow your intuition, to sink into your soul and follow where it leads you. I know this is a very, very scary thing to do, but your whole spread, I'm looking at the other cards too, is so full of fire. It's so full of passion. And what you might be trying to do right now is think of logical ways that you can get things that you want. You know, this is very typical of people. Like you have a deep passion that will turn you alive and you're like, but it's a little risky, so maybe I should just do a more traditional career and so I can get money and get a house. But this spread is telling you you have such a strong intuition, you have such a strong connection with your soul, and it can lead you. This pile, like your spirit is begging you to listen to it, because there is something inside of you that is so powerful. It is a deep, deep passion that you have. And if you aren't sure that you have this yet, like I'm telling you, you do. There is something that is going to turn you into fire, and you will just, like, I can't even get the energy out correctly. Like, you're just going to be so powerful and so alive and just live this incredible life of a full, like a fully embodied human. There's so many people who do logical paths and they follow a road that they've never wanted, and when they live it, they're like zombies. They go numb. You know, they have a job that they hate for so long, and they just can't really get what they want out of life anyway, and they just sort of live on this sort of autopilot. And your pile, this Knight of Wands, that is being bold and adventurous and going for exactly what you know you want. There is a deep, deep, passionate desire in your soul that is in your body, and it is screaming for you to like just turn yourself to flames and become this passion entirely. To live in a way that is authentic and truthful to you. The card next to it is Six of Swords. Knight of Wands, Six of Swords. This means if you follow your passion, you will get to a completely different level of life. Wherever you are right now, if you let your passion and your fire come alive, it's going to carry you to a complete, like a place that you can't even imagine from where you currently are. It's very exciting. Your next cards, Two of Swords, Fortitude, and Eight of Wands. Fortitude is strength. This is sort of telling me this. I pulled this row is about the advice that you need to take to get there. Once again, fire, daughter of the flaming sword. Like, the fire energy is so strong. And this spread is making me think that there is something that you have to fight. So this could be anything. This could be like family, society expectations, something inside of you, some sort of mental, emotional block. There is something that, this could even be like government ways, like a law that doesn't work for you, or a country, like you want to go to another country and they're like, no, you can't travel, they have a visa or something like that. Some sort of thing, could even be internally, that your cards are saying rise up and take the fight. Maybe you were cowering before. This could be why there's such an emphasis on fire. Maybe you're cowering, maybe you're just falling to the advice of everyone around you in order to keep the peace. Two of Swords in this deck is about peace. In order to keep the peace, you're not stirring the pot. You're not standing up for yourself and what you really want. You're just sort of, you know, everyone around you is like, no, take this path. This is the way to go. And instead of listening to your soul, you're listening to them. But they're not the ones who have to live your life. This spread is saying, ignite your passion and take up the fight. Whatever that fight is, in whatever form it takes in your life, it is saying, take up the fight. You're not going to have peace because this passion inside of you, this thing that you really want, this skill you have, this place you want to go, whatever it is, that is not going away. Like, it will not let you have peace until you are aligned with it and you are going in the direction of embracing it and becoming yourself more fully. And this is going to cause so much movement and momentum in your life. This is a reading about momentum, and you get Eight of Wands, which is the card of momentum. Swift, fast movement. if you really embrace your fire and whatever their fire is asking you to fight against, you can't live inauthentically. It's not going to work. You can't go numb. You feel too much. You're too alive to pretend that you can be happy with a life someone else chose for you. The last cards are about what can happen if you follow this advice. My gosh, you got Queen of Wands, which means you become your passion entirely and it becomes your power, and you are a bold, fierce, strong, confident person who knows exactly who they are, who sits and stands and speaks in their full power. And next to it is the Sun, which is the happiest, most joyous card in the deck. The Sun is about just celebration and loving life and laughter and lightness and fun. This is the life that awaits you if you let yourself become the Queen of Wands. If you awaken that fire and you follow where it leads you, because you do have a very strong intuition. Queen of Wands is all about, my spirit speaks to me so strongly, I just can't not listen. It's all about intuition, and very instinctual intuition. Like, Queen of Wands doesn't even have to sit and meditate about what she wants. She just knows in the snap of a finger. Something pops up. She knows exactly what she wants to do. It's very instinctual. And you have that power. And this pile is being asked to go on the path to become the Queen of Wands. That's all I have for you. Good luck. Pile 3. What do you need to know to move forward in your life in a positive way? Or how can you gain positive forward momentum in your life? Your first cards are King of Cups and Seven of Cups. The message coming through for you is very different than the other. The first two piles were all about, like, do this, get up, do this. Yours is saying sit down. Sit down and assess your situation. There is a need for you to put yourself outside of your situation and view everything from an objective standpoint, with yourself sort of removed. You need to separate from whatever situation that you're in, separate from the people and their thoughts and their emotions, and just sort of sit as this completely objective, non-biased observer, because there is something that you're not seeing. So I just keep getting the feeling that you're sort of lost in this fog, in this mist. You're so entwined in your situation. You're so sort of, the first card is King of Cups, and I see he's like standing there and he's really like looking at something, really like scrutinizing something. That's what you're being asked to do, because water energy can sort of be boundaryless, and it can sort of mesh and meld you into situations and people where you can't really differentiate yourself. And I feel like that's what's happening to you in some form. The next card is Seven of Cups, which is all about illusions. It's all about, you can't really see things very clearly. I just keep getting the feeling that you have a mist around your eyes. Like, you're so enmeshed into something that you might not even realize how you really feel or you really think about it, because you're so melded to someone else's point of view, or maybe multiple people or an organization or something like that. You're sort of lost in what you should be doing or what other people want of you, and you've sort of lost your own differentiation, you've lost your own boundaries, and you've lost your own like thoughts and feelings about the situation. So I see someone just backing up out of a situation, sitting down, just really emptying out their thoughts and feelings and just looking and assessing the situation in a true and objective way. So I hope that was clear. Your next cards, I pulled what are you not seeing was the question I asked, and you got the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. This is very interesting because Wheel of Fortune is the universe trying to give you an opportunity or trying to give you something. High Priestess is about intuition and being very connected with your soul and being able to follow your intuition and live spiritually and sort of have this ongoing feed from like your higher self and your soul. High Priestess is so in tune with herself. She just knows what she wants and how she wants to live life. And she knows also if someone is lying or being deceptive. She's very intuitive. So these cards together are telling me that what you're not seeing is that if the universe is trying to give you something, and if you checked in with yourself and turned inwards to your own soul and your own thoughts and your own feelings, that you would just intuitively know this and see this in your life. You're not attuned to yourself right now. And this pile is saying if you like sat down and attuned to yourself and sort of form those self boundaries around you, you would see some sort of opportunity or path or realization. Something is there. And it's about you really sitting down and being honest with your situation and honest with yourself and having your own thoughts, your own feelings, and that will key you into your own intuition and your soul, and you will see what it is the universe is trying to make obvious to you. The last cards are what could happen if you follow this advice. Two of Swords, which is peace restored, King of Swords, and then you got the Sun on the bottom of the deck, so I had to add that one in. Peace restored, King of Swords. This is about, this whole pile was talking about being sort of, it started with the King of Cups and being sort of boundaryless and intuitive with other people and in tune with what's going on around you instead of being in tune with yourself. King of Swords is the exact opposite. King of Swords is all about clarity. He knows. He sees what's going on. He knows what's going on. He knows himself. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Very sharp, very clear-minded. His thoughts are not influenced by other people. Swords are also sort of, for me anyways, always represents truth. This is King of Truth. Like, your thoughts will be your own and they will be completely clear and obvious to you. Swords is also air energy. It is also tied to having that intuition, having that relationship with your higher self that is very fast and instant, to where if someone is trying to deceive you, you know they're lying. Like, you don't have to, eventually, you won't have to sort of pull yourself out of a situation and sit and say, what do I really think of this person or this situation? You will just automatically know. King of Swords is very fast, quick, mental energy. And then you have peace restored and the Sun, which is all about happiness and joy and laughter and lightness. It is like the happiest card in the deck. So if you follow this advice, what awaits you is a mental clarity that brings you peace and joy, is how this last spread can be read. Your thoughts will be yours. You will see things clearly. You'll know things clearly. You'll know exactly where you want to go or how you want to handle things. And that will bring a path of just calm and peace, and that will lead you straight to more joy and laughter and fun. So that's what I have for you. Good luck. Pile 4. What do you need to know to move forward in your life in a positive way? Or how do you gain a positive forward momentum in your life right now? The advice for you is a bit rough. It's saying that you have a tendency to be prone to escapism, prone to maybe fantasy or daydreaming. What I'm seeing very specifically for you, Pile 4, is that you are someone who can use spirituality to avoid reality. You use spirituality to escape life instead of using spirituality to embody yourself so you can live more fully. You're sort of withdrawing from actual physical life and escaping into spirituality in any form, or fantasy and daydreaming, or like books and stories, internet. So the advice is to come back down and be embodied in your own life. So the cards we have for you: Princess of Wands, Chariot, Eight of Pentacles. This is telling you that Princess of Wands is very spiritual in that she is instinctual. When she desires something, this is a desire that comes from the truth of her, from her soul. She then acts on it, like immediately. Almost, the princess, she's almost like impulsive about it. And the Chariot is, at the bottom of the card, it says Lord of the Triumph of Light. This is like a spiritual warrior almost. These two cards are talking about using spirituality very intentionally and putting them into your life to expand your personal light, the light in your life, the light in your like society or your home or your group. They're saying my Pile 4s in nearly all my readings tend to be very highly spiritual, very highly spiritually gifted and spiritually knowledgeable. This is saying use that in as a force for good in your life. Like if there are dark things in your life, if there are things you do not like in your life, use spirituality and turn that darkness into light. You're meant to live here. You're meant to, and for you specifically, you are meant to use spirituality very intentionally. You're meant to use it to live and use it to turn darkness to light. There's really no other way to interpret the Chariot in this deck. Triumph of the Light. And then Eight of Pentacles came out afterwards, and that's sort of a, this is Lord of Prudence. It was sort of a sweet message I got with this card, which is little bits at a time is perfectly fine. Do not get overwhelmed. If you're very spiritual, well, I'm sure you are. You're a very spiritual person, a very spiritually knowledgeable. There's so much that a person like you can look out into the world and see that is wrong, that it can get completely overwhelming. And the Eight of Pentacles comes out as a reminder that you don't have to save the world. You don't have to think about every single aspect of something. Just do little bits at a time. Just do what you can manage. And slowly but surely you will transform yourself and the life around you. And that's what spirituality is always meant to be about. So the next cards I pulled, how can you ground? So you specifically, how can you root down and sort of come back to reality? This is interesting because you got 2 of Cups and 4 of Cups. The most love-filled cards in the deck. Water cards. You know, it's funny that we pulled for grounding and being rooted into your life, and you didn't get earth cards, you got water cards. So maybe literally water helps you ground. If you can go around water or swim, listen to water sounds, maybe that will help you ground. But the ultimate message of these 2 cards is it's telling you to look at yourself and life and the earth and the world with love. It's easy when you're spiritual to see what's wrong and how people are living without really caring and considering other people, living without compassion, living without light. And these 2 cards are saying, bring this incredible spiritual heart energy, the love that you have, and just pour it into the world. So how this would work is if you were living in a home that you're not really excited about or is a bad environment, and you can go for a walk outside and you see like a beautiful tree or gorgeous sky or flower, or you see like kids playing across the street or something like that, just be like, I love that. Send it love. Just don't lie to yourself and try to make yourself love something or give emotion to something that you just really don't love. Find the smallest things, like a tree, a flower, a cloud, and just be like, wow, that is so beautiful. I love that. And just say it in your head and feel the love in your body and let it pour out to this simple, simple thing. And then that will help you ground. It will help you be present. It will help you more enjoy the experience of physical reality without having to leave it to get any sort of reprieve. They're wanting you to shift from, I don't know if you're very negatively focused or just not focused at all, but they're wanting you to look around you at the world, and wherever you can, give positive, loving energy out to whatever you can. Maybe you live with someone that isn't the best person to live with. I don't know why I keep bringing that up. Maybe that is your situation, and most of the time you can't stand them, but one time they do something that you think is like nice, something kind, something nice, and you're like, I love that. I love that one thing, and focus on that instead of ruminating on darkness or negativity. And that's going to change your sort of entire vibration, your entire energy, your entire experience interacting with the physical world. And as you become positively focused at small things, it will be easier and easier for that to grow and for you to see more and more that you can appreciate and you can love. But this is such a sweet message. It's how can you ground into reality, give and spread love, and accept whenever love wants to come back to you in whatever form that is. The last spread is what could happen. There's High Priestess. That's your spiritual. You're very spiritual and very attuned, very spiritually wise. My pile 4s usually are. If you want to go look at my other videos, pile 4s usually have that theme. This last spread is what can happen if you follow this advice. So sort of where is this leading? 2 of Swords is peace restored. High Priestess is this incredible spirituality and deep, deep intuition and wisdom that you have. Ace of Wands is root of the power of fire. Ace of Wands is physical reality. It's being so in touch and in tune with yourself that you can sort of make anything happen in a physical reality, in the 3D. This spread is telling me that if you follow this advice, you will find an incredible balance between physical reality and spiritual reality. This pile is not being told to stop with spirituality and focus on the 3D. It's being told to find a balance between the two. You can be the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands. You can be in this Ace of Wands creator, manifester energy and use your High Priestess side to back that up and create anything you want in reality. If you're very spiritual, you have the power to unlock incredible like manifesting abilities. Ace of Wands is still spiritual. Like, this isn't Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is fully focused on 3D. Ace of Wands knows what your soul truly wants and goes for it with no hesitation and creates it in the life around them because they know they want it. And they're so in tune with their soul that it's one and the same. You know your desires and you know your impulses are led by spirit and led by intuition and led by this incredible connection you have with your higher self. So you don't hesitate. You have the thought and you do the thing, and it creates beautifully in 3D physical reality. You are meant to enjoy both things, not just one. So you're meant to be a spiritual being embodied in a human physical life. Spirituality just goes through you and out into the world and just makes it a bit better than it was before. And you can live with this incredible balance of both things, and you can enjoy all of your realms at the same time. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.